5 questions to ask yourself before buying a home. In most parts of the country, the housing market is good, or great, for buyers right now. Interest rates are bizarrely low, lots of inventory means lots to choose from, and the cost of renting has increased in a lot of markets. But just because the market's good doesn't mean it's the right time for everyone to buy. The decision whether to buy a home is a very personal one. You need to carefully examine your own situation to determine whether it's right for you. 1. Do I have enough money for a down payment? And how much, exactly, is enough? Today's minimum down payment requirements range from 5% on an insured loan to 20% for conventional loans. That means coming up with anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 on a typical $200,000 house. While there are still programs that can give you a down payment assist, much of the heavy lifting here will need to come from you, in the form of saving up your hard-earned cash. And keep in mind there are also closing costs you'll probably have to pay in cash, which can run as high as 1.5% of your total purchase price. 2. Can I handle the not-so-glamorous aspects of homeownership? If you can't even fathom the prospect of having a home maintenance crisis without having a landlord to call to fix it, you might want to reconsider homeownership, or at the very least, buy a lower-maintenance condo or townhome in great condition, and make sure you get a home warranty. As a homeowner, after all, you essentially are your own landlord. Pipe bursts in the middle of the night? Guess who'll be up fixing it or calling, and paying, the plumber? Hint, you. 3. How long do I intend to stay in the house? If you think you might move out of the area next year, then you really shouldn't be thinking about buying a house, unless of course, you want to play a landlord and rent it out after you leave, a prospect which requires its own risk-rewards analysis. For your home purchase to pencil out as a good deal, financially, you shouldn't buy unless you're comfortable staying in the house at least 5-7 years, even longer, if you're buying a home in a foreclosure hotspot, or an area with a sluggish job market. This gives you some time to build up equity, and make up for the costs of buying, selling and moving. 4. Are my job and finances stable? Maybe you just went through a major career change, and are in the process of working your way back up from the top. Or maybe you work in a field that has been hit really hard by layoffs and cutbacks. The worst-case scenario is to find yourself in a spot with mortgage payments you have no way to make, when you could have avoided that, by seeing the writing on the wall. If you feel like there's a real chance you could lose your job or income tomorrow, you may want to hold off on buying a house that has the added bonus of giving you the geographic freedom to move, if needed, to get a new job. 5. What are my real reasons for buying? Buying a home is a long-term commitment that will have massive impacts on your lifestyle, your family and your finances. In other words, don't do it unless you're really sure you want to and are ready for the lifestyle change. Don't let someone else talk you into it. Worthy reasons renters with homeowning readiness give for their decision to buy include some, or all of the following. You want to build equity instead of paying a landlord. You want a place to call your own. You want a stable place you and your family can live for as long as you'd like. What's your number one reason for home ownership? Randy Bett. Investment realtor, author, investor. Real Estate Professionals Incorporated, Better Group Real Estate. 2025403 Crowchild Trail, Northwest Calgary, Alberta, T3B4Z1. Phone 403-774-7464 extension 1. Fax 403-208-0082. Toll-free fax 888-711-6801. Thanks for listening. Find more tips and training on our YouTube channel at bettergrouprealestate.com.